Hey guys, welcome to another video by Brother Jay's Card Finds. This was the rest of the show. I showed you the mystery box that I opened, and I've already put all those cards away. Kept which ones I needed, getting rid of most of them, because most of them were either ones I didn't want or didn't need once I checked them against my other cards that I have. But here's the rest of the haul. I'm basically going to steal from one of my favorite YouTubers, one of his name of his channel, which is Dimebox Discoveries. And I'm going to call my video today Dimebox Discoveries because that was the main theme of the show I went to yesterday. It was all about the dime boxes. There's a lady there that always has dime boxes, but she apparently restocked them pretty good because there was a lot of great stuff in there. I came out with 130 cards plus. I think it was like 133 or so like that. And so far, I have to go through and compare them to what I have and see if there's any duplicates. There probably is, but whatever, we'll figure that out. But I know there's at least one duplicate already that I bought. This was a Frank Thomas. I think it's, let me see if I can see what year it says. Yeah, it's a 2024 Panini Prism. I already have that. I didn't even bother to check it. I normally check my Frank Thomases. So that's my fault. But yeah, we'll start with the base players and go from there. So I'll try to explain each card if I feel I have to. Alright, here's a neat Hank Aaron. I'm gonna put the white box up just to save the time. I like my background, I really do, but it doesn't, my phone does not want to focus unless I use the white background. So we're going to try that. If I can get it to lean the right way. Doesn't seem to want to. We'll see if that works. Alright. We got a Hank Aaron. This is from Topps Collector Series, all-time record holder. So he's number one in the set, as you can see there. Alright, we got a Arenado. I believe that's a 2019 Chrome. And I believe it's, if I look at it, says refractor on it, so there you go. And I believe this is a refractor as well. Plus, I like the 85 design. I don't think it says refractor on the back, but I believe those are all refractors. Here's a weird one for me. I just happen to like Trevor Bauer. I feel bad about his situation. I feel like he got a raw deal, and I feel like he should be back in baseball. So now I'm gonna collect his cards, I guess. When I see neat ones like that, like the Throwback 84. Here's one of those foil boards that must have came in. Actually, I don't know how these came. I thought they were in a set, but I don't know. It's kind of cool looking, though. Adrian Beltre. Bench reprint, obviously. Not sure what that came out of. Here's a Biggio, the anniversary set. That's a refractor, obviously. Wade Boggs, Turkey Red insert. Here's a Wade Boggs 1990. Here is a Ryan Braun, looking like an old school Donis. It's 2017. This is from, I think it's the Jackie Robinson set or something like that. So we got a 86 Fleer Brett. This is a box bottom, so it's C2. We got 85 All-Star Brett. Probably have these, but why not for 10 cents? 86 Brett. This is a redo. This is looking like an 83 All-Star, but it's obviously from later on. Alright, go on from there. Trying to just keep with the big stacks that I'm going to have, it's going to be hard to keep things organized. So, just going to do the best I can. We have a Nelson Cruz Royal Blue. I like Nelson Cruz when he was at the Brewers, but it's a Royal Blue, so why not? Dennis Eckersley. This was from I think it was an insert set they did in one of the years of Ultra of Eckersley. Here's an Erstad for my Erstad PC. I collect Erstad. Prince Fielder. I always collect his cards. Here's a Joey Gallo. It's a gold foil with a first edition on it. Now, there's no number or anything, but it just had so many things going for it, I figure why not. Here is, I don't usually get stars in MLB, but this is a Chrome, and it's Paul Goldschmidt, who I collect. Power Players, Carlos Gomez from the Brewers. One of Milwaukee's favorite players. Juan Gonzalez, I believe that's a refractor. Yes, that's a refractor. Here's an Alex Gordon. I just got this because of the 150 thing. So I'm not sure exactly how rare those were, but Ken Griffey, Sports Illustrated Fleer. Here's a 95 Topps Griffey. Here's a 1990 Griffey redo. No bloody scab on that one. Here's a Bazooka Griffey. Here's a Gypsy Queen Griffey. Here is, hold on there. This is a, I forget what the AR Arms, it says Arms Race. It's Griffey, AR 99. Another Griffey, up close and personal. Don't know if I have that. I may well. Again, another one, All-Star, Collector's Choice. May have all those. 8-Bit Ballers, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Bunch of Ichiros coming up. Fleer Platinum. Here's a Donruss Optic. 2006 Topps. 2006 Topps opening day. 2008 Topps Chrome. 2011 Topps. 218 Ichiro Topps. Who's that? Allen and Ginter. Is it 2012? Yeah, there you go. That's it for those. Then we got, oh no, there's Ichiro. Topps, I think that's the co-signers set. And Topps Finest Ichiro. And Topps Heritage Ichiro, looking like 1960. Here's some bows. This is from the same card basically, but one's the Gold Rush version and the other's not. But they're from a update set. Here's a Chipper Jones from Playoff Prestige. Okay. Here we go. A few more here. It's going to be a little bit of a long video. Hopefully not as long as the last one, but we got a Chipper Jones 85 redo. This is Ray King. I was a reliever when I lived in Milwaukee. This was the first year they wore that uniform because they were supposed to be in Miller Park. I believe it was postponed a year though because of the crane accident. Barry Larkin. This is some kind of MLB draft history. We got a Bowman Chrome Lindor. We got a Topps Chrome Lindor. Machado 2015 Home Run Derby. We got a Maddox. And that's a 99 Donruss. We got a Maddox. There's a cosigner gun. Weird seeing him in San Diego colors. Very weird. We got a Phillies McCutchen 84 redo. We got a McGuire. St. Louis. I believe it's, yeah, Panini Prism. We got another one of them refractors. It's an 84 redo, but it's Whit Merrifield, who isn't great, but he's okay. This is a fond farewell to Paul Molitor. 85 redo, oops, slipping out of my hands, of Dale Murphy. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. I had a little whoopsie here. Alright, we got a Phil Necro refractor. Alex Ochoa, same as the Ray King. He was wearing a uniform that they wore before they went into Miller Park. So it's neat. These cards are only 1 year apart. They look a lot alike, set, but they were 1 year apart. And they were wearing different uniforms. The MLB Showdown game cards. Mike Piazza 2004 Donruss. Here's a Piazza Turkey Red. Here's a Pujols Bowman. Here is a Puckett. Actually, the Puckett should have been, that's right. Doesn't really matter. Puckett should have been before the Pujols in alphabetical order. We got, this is a Jose Ramirez. I got this because it's a refractor. So, Here's Manny Ramirez. I believe he's a refractor. Mariano Rivera. I like this because it looks like those big cards that came out the Super Action. Even the backs look like them, so they're kind of cool. And this looks like a 84 Topps. Here's a foil, rainbow foil, Luis Robert from 2023. Jackie Robinson, looking like 89 Topps. Here's a A-Rod from the Crown Collection 2000 Pacific. And here's the Crown Royale, I believe these were called. It's actually shaped like a crown. But those are kind of neat. I always like finding those. Here's a SP Authentic Alex Rodriguez. Here is a Playoff Prestige Scott Rowland Cardinals League Leader. Okay. Babe Ruth, Allen and Ginter. We got a Ryan Sandberg, rest in peace, 86 Fleer. And another Sandberg, and that's a 1990 redo. We got a Royal Blue of Max Scherzer. We got a Tom Seaver, which is very shiny. Not a particular valuable card, but it still look neat. Sport Kings Gum, The Wizard, doesn't even have his name on it. Obviously, it's Ozzie Smith. It's on the back. But yeah, those are kind of weird cards. But why not? Another refractor, Noah Syndergaard, 1984 Mets. Kind of cool looking. Here's just the regular old Heritage Tatis. Here's a MLB Draft History of Tomei. Here's a rainbow foil of Verlander. I think I may already have that. Here's a Yelich Bowman Platinum. A Robin Yount redo of 72. And I'm not sure what this one came from, but it's kind of neat. So, that's it for those. Well, that's not the rest of the 10-cent cards, because I still have other categories I got to share with you. Here's the next bunch. These are all what I would say were rookies. So these will probably go into my rookie box unless I don't need them. Harrison Bader, 87 Canseco, not really his rookie, and I have a ton of them, but I will always buy that for 10 cents. Corbin Carroll, it's a weird looking card, but Bubba Chandler, I heard he's pretty good, that's why I bought that. Xavier Edwards, first Bowman Chrome, I believe he is in the majors. I don't know why I bought Wander Franco. I do know why, because they never sold this rookie, but I probably really didn't need to buy Wander Franco, but 10 cents, whatever. Andres Galarraga, rated rookie, Donruss. Here's a Kyle Gibson, first Bowman Chrome. Here is a Mackenzie Gore, rookie. Here is a Trent Grisham, rookie, Turkey Red. This is a refractor from 2006 Topps, and it's Mike Jacobs. Alright, we got a Jordan Waller Bowman Platinum. We got another like the Franco. I just bought it because I'd never seen the card before, even though I know Kyle Lewis is done basically. We got, this is actually, I bought this, Joey Lucchesi, who's nobody really, but that's an image variation, so it's an SP. Now, it doesn't go for much. I saw on eBay people were selling it for $1 or $2, even though it was an SP. Brian Reynolds, well, they were asking, I don't know if they're actually selling. Here's a Carlos Santana Bowman Platinum rookie. Here's another one of those refractor rookies, Skip Schumacher. I remember him being in the majors. Here's a Andrelton Simmons, first Bowman, but it's paper. And then an Oscar Taveras, who left us too soon. Put that with the rest of his cards that I have. I think all the cards I have of him are in the rookie box. I'm not sure if they all came out the same year or not, but... Alright, next. We'll go through this stack. These are all gold. I don't have them by year yet. I am going to put them in by year. These are just all gold cards, so they're all numbered, obviously. No big names in here. Carlos Rodon, Kyle Barraclough, Grady Sizemore, he's close to a big name, I think. Anthony Swarzak, Adam Eaton, Ronald Guzman, Tony Kemp, Bloom's Bomb carries Chicago. Ciano Perez, Tomas Nido, Adam Simber, David Peterson, Tanner Scott, Jonathan Hernandez, Aaron Hill, and James Caprillion. Now, those are all gold. They all have the number on the back, as you can see. I'm not going to go through each one and show you the numbers, but they're all golds. So I'll buy those for 10 cents each. More of those refractors from 2006. They had a bunch of them. I bought the ones that I liked. Ronnie Belliar was always a favorite of mine from Milwaukee. We got Cano. He was a big deal for a while. Giambi, of course, was a big star. Hideki Matsui had a nice, stint with the Yankees. Kurt Schilling, and Hall of Famer Billy Wagner. So those are kind of cool. And a couple last ones. This is a... How do you say the guy's name? Wow. Kyuji Fujikawa. And it's a refractor. It's a sepia. And it's numbered 7 of 75. So I thought that was a good deal for 10 cents. And lastly, this is not a baseball. This is golf. Wee West. Michelle Wee. And her married name. And this is a chrome. I have the paper, now I have the chrome. And that's it for the 10 centers. Next, I went to a guy that had dollar cards. And I'll show you those. I bought this Yoo-Hoo Ryan Sandberg. Probably wouldn't have paid $1 for that if he hadn't just passed. But this is a Batista rookie card. I looked at it. I saw it in the guy's box. I was like, wow, that's a pretty cool one. Yeah, it's his rookie, so I'm glad to have that. My second one of these, but I just like this card. It's cool, so I don't mind having extras. Here's a Frank Thomas I didn't have. Emotion. Here's another Frank Thomas I did not have. Predictor with the game rules on the back. And then Double Trouble from Ultra with Harold Baines, of all people. And there was one more card that I got from here, but I'm not going to take it out of here. This is the card I got. I need one more card to complete this set. This is the Sunoco Dream Team set, if you can see that. And they used to give them away at the Sunoco. I think I got them at the gas station, actually. And I need one card, and funny enough, I need the Phillies card. So, I'm local to Philly, and that's the one card I need is the Mike Schmidt, Steve Carlton, number 2 in the set. Alright, that's it for the show. Now I'm just going to share this with you. I went and got sleeves yesterday. I went through the pack that I did once I started going through the mystery box and keeping those. So I had to go back for sleeves again today. And then I just started looking for cards. I looked in his 50-cent boxes. There was nothing that I wanted in there. Then I went through his Phillies boxes to see if he possibly had the aforementioned Schmidt Carlton card from the Sunoco Dream Team. He didn't think he had it, but I looked anyway. He did not have it. But he had these cards, which I thought were good deals. I'm going to start with the vintage stuff first. We got a 74 Schmidt, a 78 Schmidt, and a 74 Carlton. You're not going to believe it, but here's the prices on all three of them. $1, $1, $1. And they're in good shape. I took them out and made sure. I couldn't believe that. How is he selling? I don't know how he's selling those cards for $1. Especially in the Philly area. But I bought them. I was happy to have them. Here's a Chase Utley. This is a 2005 Chrome. I paid $2 for that. And I paid $1 for this one, which I thought was a neat Philly card. You see there's the love statue behind Roland. Back when he was with the Phillies, and he's in the Phillies home gear. Looks great. That's a good looking card. And these two are for a set that I'm trying to do. Upper Deck Reflections. The Future Reflections and the Legendary Reflections are all short printed. So he happened to have these in the Phillies box. This is the Utley, and this is Jim Bunning. And they were both, unfortunately, $2 each, but can't be cheap all the time. So, alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up with that. It was a fun weekend. I had a good time. I'm going to stay home and do other work around the house tomorrow. All right, take care, guys.